Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello! Welcome back to Let's Play Mount & Blade: A Clash of Kings. Been a while. As I explained in that video I put out, I've been busy with other stuff. But that stuff has sort of hopefully now been taken care of, and I'm taking a break. Bit of a break from it. Frankly, I've had a terrible weekend, and this week hasn't started off much better, so I decided tonight I would just sit down and see if I can make up for all of that with a nice bit of mounting and blading. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do for a bit. So previously, we attended the tourney at 9 stars. Not really as a combatant, at least not initially. But we got ourselves into a fight with a knight, who we then killed in a duel because we got trailed by combat, and then we got the shit beaten out of us by his 2 brothers. We somehow survived this. Now Barbard and his 7 mates, 2 Vale levies, 3 Reach levies, 1 Stormland levy, 1 Begging Brother, and our good selves on 25% health, are now outside 9 stars, and really not left with much to do. I mean, quest log's empty. If the gents over at 9 stars discover that we survived our beating, they're probably not going to be very happy at all. So I'm thinking now would be as good a time as any to get the hell out of here. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. We are going to bugger off. We're going to leave Westeros behind. This is exactly what the merchant we met at the start told us to do in the first place, but we didn't really, take him very seriously now, did we? And probably we should have. So now we've changed our minds, and we're going to bugger off into a bit of a self-imposed exile. We're going to go over across to Essos. Now Essos is admittedly quite big. A lot of places to start. You've got Bravos up here, and then you got some other stuff down. I think Pentos is around here-ish somewhere, and then you've got Volantis all the way down here at the bottom, and then you've got Tyrosh here, and then this is Old Valyria, which is all like a big old smoking ruin. There's nothing to see there, unfortunately. Trust me. If you go there, you don't find anything. So that's where we're going to go, and I've been trying to think about where we should start, and I thought it might be fun to go to Volantis, which is all the way down here at the bottom. It's quite far out of the way from well, it's about as far as we can get away from 9 stars for one thing, but it's a slightly more exotic part of the world that I think would be a bit interesting to go and explore and sort of really get ourselves started. I'm thinking we'll go down there, we'll do a few odd jobs, get to know the place, and maybe if there are some wars going on and stuff, maybe we'll enlist in some lord's army. I think they have lords down there in Volantis, don't they? They have a sort of weird triarchy thing where you have 3 guys who rule the kingdom or whatever. It's kind of strange. Everything about Essos is strange. It's really bizarre. Like if you're not familiar with the Game of Thrones universe, and I wouldn't blame you if you're not. Not everyone has watched the series or read the books. Think of Westeros as kind of like your standard sort of medieval Europe. It's very low fantasy. It's basically the Middle Ages over here. Essos, on the other hand, is freaking weird. Essos is like the closest thing I can compare it to is almost like the world from Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian books. It's a really crazy place full of strange people and places and weird magic and stuff like that. Like, magic's just not a thing really in Westeros, generally speaking. Like, it's just not a thing. Whereas over here in Essos, there's all sorts of weird sorcerers and strange shit going on and weird cultures and people and stuff like that. It gets even weirder the further you go east. Unfortunately, this mod doesn't take us all the way east, as it appears in the world that George R. R. Martin created, but it takes us a fair bit of the way. I mean, it takes us as far as the Great Grass Sea, which is what all this shit is here, and that's where the Dothraki, who are basically discount Mongols, at the end of the day, that's where they live. But there's a whole bunch of shit beyond them that's even weirder. But anyway, that's where we're going to go. I think we'll start off at Volantis, and then we'll just sort of do whatever. We'll go where Mountain Blade takes us in its strange, randomly generated way, and see if we can make a name for ourselves out there in on the other side of the narrow sea. So, I will confess this was kind of my plan all along, but this 9 stars quest seems to have quite handily given me a decent enough reason to bugger off to that side of the world to begin with. So that's what we'll do. Now the question is, how the hell do we get there? A sceptre, a holdfast, and a barrow up there, apparently. Interesting. Not a concern of mine, though. We need to find a port so we can get on a boat. I'm trying to think. There's Old Anchor. I suppose we could go there. That might be the quickest way. These are the fingers, aren't they? Is there a... Hang on. Yeah, up here at Goal Point. Let's go that way. You feel a bit peckish and decide to go hunt for some food in the nearby woods. Walking through the undergrowth, whistling a merry tune, you spot what appears to be some sort of wild berry bush. You decide to ignore the berries. That would be silly. Your stomach grumbles. Well, that's a good point. What do we have? We have our cabbages! Fine cabbages at that, my god. Fine bag of grain, some salt. Oh, lots of salt. Oh yeah, there'll be plenty of that to come. Bread. Oh, our bottle of Tyroshi pear brandy, fantastic. Dyes, yeah. Okay, so and our jar of spices, which is exceptionally valuable for a random trade good. Nice. We'll sell some of this junk when we get over to Essos, I suppose. And then we have our 7 companions with us. Completely unnamed nobodies who apparently have decided they've had enough as well and they're coming with us, including the begging brother. So, we're off to the weird and wonderful land of Essos. And we ain't coming back for quite some time, so let's skedaddle. Can you do anything with these harbours? Apparently not. Force morale is 52. Average, okay, that's fine. You don't want morale to get low, that'll cause problems. So, where's this caravan headed? This is a caravan from the north, and they're travelling to Liss. Which is... whoa! The planks of the ship are slippery and covered with grease. Someone could get hurt. You decide to clean the planks. It's hard work but rewarding. You lose 5 renown. Oh. Okay. Liss, or however the fuck you're supposed to pronounce this, but I think it's down here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. I think Pentos is up there. Maybe Liss is here. I'm not sure. Now, we're going to lose morale for being out on the ocean in the middle of the night. In Viking Conquest, you lose morale for being out over the sea at night in a boat, but I don't know if that's the case here. I'll tell you what. How about I just click in the general vicinity of Volantis and let the pathfinding figure it out. Don't know what that flashing over there is, by the way. Probably just some weird HDR effects going a bit haywire. Just let the boat figure it out. We've got a crew, damn it. Just delegate here. Now, I believe you can have naval battles. I don't necessarily want to get into one, though. Bunch of fucking peasants who've somehow managed to get a boat versus seasoned Tyroshi pirates or something. I don't think so. I don't fancy our chances in that little particular duel, if I'm honest. So you can join other people's armies in this mod because it incorporates a smaller mod called Freelancer, where basically you find one of the bigger characters in the game, a king or a lord or a whatever, and you can join their army and you'll get paid to do it, and you'll get given nice gear, and you'll get to build relations with that lord and other big folks you end up fighting alongside at one point or another. Oh, there you go. There's Pentos and Illyrio's Manse. There you go. He's another character from the story. God, we're moving slow, aren't we? I guess I don't have much. Oh, that's a good point, actually. We leveled up once or twice there, so we've got attribute points to spend. Well, we've learned a bit about the world in general and about how not to act like a fucking idiot quite so often, so I'll give ourselves a point of intelligence and strength. Let's have power strike, always important. Iron flesh, and a point of weapon master as well. Just whack most of that into one-handed weapons for now. taking a very meandering sort of a route, aren't we? I think it's because there are only certain lanes. Like, you can't see it exactly, but I think the way that it works is there's only sort of lanes around the ocean that we can actually travel on. It's a sort of limitation of the engine, I suppose, probably. I think Viking Conquest, which is the sort of paid expansion mod type thing that you may have seen me play before, streamed it on Twitch a few times, and that sort of thing. But I think Viking Conquest is the only one who really got over that and actually implemented being able to travel freely in a ship properly. All these other mods, they just sort of, you know, get by using sort of workarounds and stuff. Some of them do it better than others, I'll admit. We've got Tyrosh. These are the Stepstones, aren't they, these islands? I think they're called the Stepstones. Grey Gallows, East Holt, Last Refuge. These belong to lease, apparently. Hazel Keep. What's that? Wreckstone? Yep. Baywind, Alnor. Yeah, not much further to go now. I suppose I could speed things up a bit. What do? Do you press what was it? Control space? Yeah, there we go. It's probably Norvos has declared war against Pentos. Very good. That's actually good news for us because some wars out here in Essos would give us a hand. Because ideally, we want if we're going to join someone's army, it needs to be someone who's actually at war. Otherwise, we end up just sort of roaming around the countryside for several months doing basically nothing. Volantis, we have arrived, finally. Might as well take a walk around the city streets, why not? Check the place out, see what it's like. Welcome to Volantis. Such as it is. Lots of rugs seem to be their thing. Rugs, definitely. Guildmaster Voa. I shall talk to you momentarily, my friend. Here's a port city, so here's the port, I guess. It's very exotic, isn't it? This is all rather like something I don't think Bob's ever seen in his life before. Elite Volantine Lancer. Oh, probably shouldn't pick up a fight with him, should I? Maybe you. A veteran Volantine Lancer. Yep. Fairly well equipped, I'd say. Don't mind some armour like that. Just say a weaponsmith. Hello. What have you got? An Arak. Oh, that's what the Dothraki use, isn't it? These big old scythe-looking things. Should we sell some of our crap? I suppose we might as well. A bowl of dyes, a jar of oil, and a jar of spices. Why don't you? And these bags of salt as well. And might as well chuck in the pear brandy. That gives us 2,000 coins. 2,061 coins. What can we get in sort of exchange for that? We've got this axe, which is admittedly a bit crap. But what can we get that isn't outrageously expensive? A balanced curved sword. Yes, I know. Curved swords, etc., etc. Insert comment here. A masterwork curved sword. No, too expensive. A chipped bastard sword. Now that would be fun to have, wouldn't it? Even if it is chipped bastard sword. Requires strength 16 though, so that's completely out of the question. An Arak would be fucking hilarious. The idea of Bob running around with an Arak is just, I don't know, just fucking brilliant. I love it, but sadly no. Too expensive. We'll take the money and run. What are people talking about these days? Well, nothing new lately. Prices, weather, the war, the same old things. Nice mustache, by the way. Goodbye. We should find an armor smith. It's armor's definitely something we could do with. I mean, we literally just have a tattered tunic at this point. Like, at least we have an axe. I mean, we've got that going for us. What I wouldn't mind is a shield, now that I think about it. It's a tiger guard. Also with a fantastic mustache, but actually, having said that, let's go back to you. Have you got any affordable shields? Yes, he has. Not brilliant, but that's significantly better than that. I will take that. Actually having a decent shield will make a world of difference, trust me. Maybe a ranged weapon? They're a bit rubbish, aren't they, damage-wise? No, we'll forego that for now. Alright, we've got a shield now. We've got a shield. Fantastic. That's a big help, it really is. What else have we got around here then? This place is pretty big, isn't it? I mean, it's not quite the same ludicrous scale as I've seen in other mods. I think 1260, whatever it was, the medieval. Oh, armor, hello. I just kicked the armor in the face. Very good. Won't be the last time that happens. I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was the mod for it's set in the real world Middle Ages. I can't remember what's called 1268, 12. I don't know, some random fucking date with 12 in the front. But that mod has the most ridiculously huge cities you've ever seen. Like, I'm talking Assassin's Creed style sized sort of cities, quite impressively massive, to the point where you wonder what the point is, other than it looks amazing. Because like, there's just, I mean, all you do with the cities in this is walk around and talk to merchants, and even then you don't really need to, because you can just access it through a menu. So, but look at all these crazy helmets. Heavy lamellar armor. Oh, you lack the required skills. Yeah, we're a bit crap at everything, really, aren't we? Thick lamellar armor. Now that is an upgrade. Look at that freaking helmet! It's like a Cyberman with feathers on his. Wow. Anyway, that's not a bad idea. It's quite expensive, but it's proper armor. 37 plus 37 to body, plus 12 to leg, plus 32 plus 12. Not that much cheaper either. Oh, now those are some pantaloons. Wow. And then there's these old helmets and crap as well. Well, I think something to replace this terrifically bad cloth tunic would be a very good start. So, I think that's what we'll do for... Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll start with. So, thick lamellar armor. Yes, please. Enjoy the cloth tunic. Right, so that we have to pay 1,753 coins. Can we get some sort of headgear that isn't a, a woolly hat? While we're at it. Preferably something that doesn't look ridiculous, but I will settle for the ridiculous, even if it does protect me a bit better. That's pretty ridiculous, but, like I said. Now, that's nearly all of our money. In fact, that is practically all of our money. You know what, we'll keep the woolly hat for now. We'll risk it. Whoa, holy texture load. Okay, there we go, and we've got a random merchant. Do you have a need for merchants? No. Well, I mean, yes, but ones that I can buy stuff from. Not ones that'll follow me around. So there was a guild master back there. I will talk to him in a minute, I think. Is there anything of note here? Can I go into any of these? What is this? Oh, it's a well. Okay. And that's a dead end. Right, so. Palm trees. Look at those, Bob. Palm trees. You've never seen a palm tree in your life before. He's like, what is that thing? Oh my god. Garlic. Oh, wow. Garlic. And is that sweet corn? It is. That looks like a tavern, maybe? I'm not sure, actually. Some sort of trader, actually, I reckon. Oh, I can't go in there. Fortunately, never mind. You access this shit through menus normally anyway, so... Is there any way across to the other side of this, or is it all just there for show? Looks like it's mostly just there for show, fair enough. Right. Yeah, let's talk to the guildmaster. Get our bearings, and he might have a job or two for us, so... Look at me! Look at that, Bob. You got proper freaking armor now. You do look like a Viking, which is both good and bad, admittedly. But it's definitely a definite upgrade over previously, isn't it? Nice. Alright. Shady looking gentleman over there in the corner. Should we go and say hello to him? More garlic. And grapes. And that, don't know what that is, maybe a tavern? Prison guard. Some prison guard. It's a silk-swaddled messenger boy. What do we have here? Nothing up there. It's clearly a shop of some description, but I guess we can't enter by the door. Obviously in the vanilla game that wasn't a problem, but with all these modded exteriors, I guess you can't use all the doorways. And that is a fucking mustache. Look at that. And I just kicked him in the face. Sorry, it's the thing. It's just it's a nervous tick. Can you tell me about what you do? I am the guildmaster of Volantis. You can say I am the leader of the good people of Volantis. I help you find can help you find a job if you're looking for some honest work. Who rules this town? Our town's lord and protector is Triarch Malakwo Maegir. He owns the castle and sometimes resides there and collects taxes from the town. However, we regulate ourselves in most of the matters that concern ourselves. As the town's guildmaster, I have the authority to decide those things. By the power invested in me by this ridiculous moustache, I lead this town. That's all I need to know, thanks. How is trade around here? We have shortages of raw wool, dried meat, grapes, olives, bags of grain, and some other commodities. Right, so if I was in the mood for some trading, which I might indulge in later, I don't know, that would be useful information. Whoa, more info. Lots of info. That was a dwarf fortress-esque wall of information. Good God. How does the wealth of this region compare with the rest of the world? Overall, the wealthiest town in the world is known to be Volantis. Is it indeed? Here in Volantis, we are poorer than 0 towns and richer than 36. Well, awesome. In terms of local industry, the most productive town in the world is known to be Salt Pans. Really? Of all places. Here in Volantis, we produce less than 6 towns and produce more than 30. Production is, of course, affected by the supply of raw materials as well as the overall prosperity of the town. In terms of the output of the surrounding villages, the town of White Harbour is the richest in the known world. Here in Volantis, the villages produce less than the hinterland of around 32 towns and produce more than 4. This is starting to sound like the shipping forecast, so I'll skip on through. Buy land in this town for a productive enterprise. Very good, my lord. My lord, is it now? We in the guild know and trust you, and think I could find someone to sell you the land you need. Oh my god. So we can actually buy land, and we can, we can get a tannery, brewery, wine press, so on and so on and so on. So it's not something I'm going to worry about right now, but that's something we can do to make us some money in the long run. For now, though, do you happen to have a job for me? We have heard that about a week ago some travellers on the road to Norvos were attacked by slavers. We would like to track these slavers down. The merchants of the town were able to get a description of their leader and have put together a bounty. If you can hunt them down and destroy them, we'll make it worth your while. I'll do it. Very good. The band may not have lingered long in the area, but chances are they will be spotted by other travellers on the road. So this is one of several kind of fairly standard quests you can get in the game. Oh yeah, sure, just go ahead and walk right through the bushes, why not? And it could be kind of an annoying one, to be honest with you. Basically, we need to wander around and ask other travellers on the road and such and such. Like Triarch Malakwa himself, for example. If they've seen any bandits going by the description that we've got, and they'll if they have seen them, then they'll give us some information about where to find them. So, for example, we could stop and talk to... Oh my god. Just let me talk to one of the caravans. I feel like Wile E. Coyote trying to chase people down around like the minute. Okay, just talk to you. Triarch Malakwo. God, I thought I was going to crash for a minute there. Jesus. Do I know you? I am Bobard at your service. I am Triarch Malakwo of Mege, the ruler of Volantis, and the lord of Volantis and Sahoy. Normally I cut the throats of impudent commoners who barge into my presence uninvited, but I am in a good mood today. What is it? I am hunting a group of bandits with the following description. Have you seen them? The roads are full of outlaws, friend, but that name in particular does not sound familiar. Good hunting to you nonetheless. Bollocks. I didn't expect to get any information the first time around. Let's go chase a caravan. Better yet, to talk to this fella. Triarch, whatever your name is. Oh, come on. Bobard, about your service, blah blah blah. Yes, yes, yes. He's got purple eyes. He has the blood of old Valyria. Perhaps you're not of gentle birth, but even a commoner, be he of sufficient valour, may make something of himself one day. Ah, you're a lot nicer than the last fella, aren't you? Group of bandits. Yeah, didn't see anything. Good. You there, caravan. Roads are full of outlaws. Yeah. Village farmers. Who are my people? Help me out here, come on. Just, oh, for God's sake. Just, please. Will you just... No. Damn it. Novas has declared war against Kohor.
It's almost harvesting season.
My lord, we're only poor farmers from the village of Cedarwood. We're returning to the... Yeah, whatever. Have you seen any of these outlaws? No, you haven't. Fuck's sake. Right, okay. Where are we looking for these guys? This is, yeah, like I said, one of the more frustrating quests you can get in this game. Attack travellers near Volantis, then report back to the town. So we may be getting a bit far north there, to be honest. Hang on a minute. You. It's a caravan from the north. Jesus, these guys have come a long way. Might want to visit some of these villages and grab up a few more peasants, to be honest. Two Volantine Lancers volunteer to follow you. Fucking hell. You what, mate? We have cavalry. Holy crap, now that is cool. Speaking of which, I should really actually... I'm going to head back to Volantis because I want to see if I can get my hands on a horse. Marketplace? Horse merchant. Ugh, they're all freaking expensive, as I suspected, but never mind. Right, well. Unsaddled Dothraki Corsair, yeah, maybe not. We don't have enough riding skill for any of this stuff anyway. Oh, no, we could get a timid Corsair for 4,608. There's not a lot of bandits wandering around either, to be honest with you. Like Marble Ray. I'll take your Volantine Lancer. What's the current salary of these guys? 10 coins. Oh, that's fine. The Orange Shore. More Volantine Lancers. Nice one. Do you got anything for us to do? We could go to the village centre and actually talk to the village elder and be like, hey, you want to give me something to do? Got any jobs? Wouldn't mind something to do in between trying to look for these outlaws, you know. Sometimes they have good jobs, sometimes they have crap ones. Yeah, it's worth a try. Plus, I'm pretty sure this mod adds a fair old few new quest types and stuff that you can get from people, so it's worth checking. Just gotta find that. Ah, but he's over here. This looks promising. What do we got? Hunter and a village elder. God damn it. It's because E is the kick button, right? And I'm used to E being the talk to people button. Mostly because I've been playing a lot of Witcher 3 recently, so... Oh, level 6, nice one. Good day, my lord, and welcome to the Orange Shore. I am the elder of this village. Do you have any tasks? There's something you may be able to do to help us with. Bother to add to all of our troubles recently. The village has become home to the nest of smugglers who are normally based out of Selhoris. They drink and carouse, not to mention being engaged in the nefarious practice of smuggling. I'm afraid a passing lord will happen upon them and exact terrible retribution on our poor village. Can you help us with this problem? I will deal with them. Where are they? Oh, that is good news, Bobard. I shall send a boy to tell them that a raiding party has been seen on the horizon and it appears to be making for the Orange Shore. That should flush them out, and no doubt they will head directly for Selhoris. It'll be up to you then to try hunt them down. Good luck. This better be easy. I'm not wandering the wilderness looking for even more smugglers. Aha! Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and save. There is 17 of them versus 15 of us. Ooh. I suppose you got any more lads I can take with me? No? Okay. We got 8 bandits, 5 mountain bandits, and 4 forest bandits. We do have guys on horses, and I don't think they have any guys on horses, so we might be alright. We'll see. Got him cornered. Excellent. Good day to you. I hear you've been causing trouble at the Orange Shore. Give me one good reason I shouldn't kill you all. We hid out the Orange Shore, yes, but only because we needed a place to stay and perhaps we did not behave in a proper manner. We were driven out of Selhoris by the town watch in one of their periodic purges, and we were just lying low until things slowed down again. We are heading back there now, and we'll never trouble the villagers of the Orange Shore again. If you let us go, we'll give you a bottle of the finest arbor wine, which the merchants divert to the well-born, and which you'll never see at a merchant's shop or tavern. You think I would take a bribe? Bah, have it your way. This was probably a very poor choice of words, Bobard, but oh well. Probably should have taken the bottle of wine and ran, mate, but here we go. I don't even have a horse. Alright, gentlemen. We all seem to be holding position for the moment. Look at us all with our spears and sticks and stuff. There's me with my shield and my axe and my silly looking armour. Then we got our horses. The question is, where are they? Out there somewhere in the desert, but... Now, these Lancer gentlemen should hopefully give us a bit of an advantage, but I'm not banking on it too much. Well, come on guys, let's go. They're out there somewhere, but they're taking their sweet time getting to us, which probably means they don't have any cavalry of their own. Which is good. Us having a monopoly on the cavalry is very good. Ah, yes, alright then, charge, go for it, lads. Have at them. I could technically grab one of those horses, I think, if I told them all to dismount first. This is why I have a shield. Get in there, guys. Don't get caught up in our own infantry, for heaven's sake. Get in there. Crack some heads. Well, do more than that. Hopefully. And yeah, of course they hit me with a javelin that takes away most of my health in one fell frickin' swoop, but alright. And I'm down. Bollocks. And we're about to lose completely. I knew this would be a bad idea. And yeah, the camera sometimes does this after you die. It just sort of decides to do somersaults. And then it fixes itself. So we lost. And we were taken prisoner. And now we're going to be dragged around for a indeterminate amount of time. Until we escape. And it's just us with our shield, our axe, our hat, our cabbages, bread, and fine bag of grain, and none of our troops anymore. Back to square one. This is going to happen a lot. This is early game Mount and Blade. This happens all the friggin' time. I'm afraid we're just going to have to get used to it. You lose, you get your ass kicked, you get taken prisoner, you escape, rinse and repeat until you eventually get some good enough gear and good enough followers to have you not die quite so often. I really got screwed over by a random javelin that just came out of nowhere and completely demolished my health, but I don't think we were really going to make much of an impact in that battle anyway. So I'm surprised our cavalry didn't do a better job, to be honest with you. I expected a bunch of dudes on horses with spears to do a little bit of a better job. Like, they only outnumbered us by 2 guys. I mean, come on. But for now, I can waste some more money on grabbing some more guys to follow us around. Pentos has declared war against Volantis. Now that is interesting news. That's very interesting news. Because that means that we could potentially join the Volantian, I don't know what you bloody well say, but we could potentially join the army. And still nobody has seen these goddamn bandits. Oh shit, hello. Ouch. Apparently these lads did not want to be recruited. Oh my god. It has been a while as well since I last played Mount and Blade, so I have to be honest, I'm probably going to suck even more than usual, but so far so good. Oh, he's got a big axe though, and yeah, one misstep and we're screwed. Told you this was happening a lot. You have fallen. The bandits quickly search your body for every coin they can find, then vanish into the night. Great. Just lost 93 coins. Which means I'm down to 608 coins. Now can I please recruit some fucking... Thank you. Back to the Orange Shore. Yeah, mate, it didn't go quite as planned. You disappoint me, Bobbard. There were 3 groups of smugglers that I asked you to hunt down. 3! I suppose I should be grateful that they will not return, not all return their hearts black with vengeance. So on and so on and so on and so on. Bob sucks at his job, I know, I get it. I do believe we got a level up back there somewhere, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. Strength 15. More power strike. And more one-handed weapon skill, I guess. That's what this comes down to, really. It's the slow grind to becoming competent. And then after that, it's the slow grind to becoming adequate. And then it's the slow grind to becoming actually half decent. And then before you know it, you're laying siege to entire cities and founding your own kingdom and stuff like that. But it's a long way to go, I'm afraid. And this mod is a little bit more difficult than the vanilla game, it has to be said, so... However, I would like to track down these bloody bandits, and then once we've done that, I'm going to think about joining the army, I think. There's only so far you can get just by wandering around in the wilderness, getting your ass kicked by everyone you run into. Hey, you come here! Ugh. Flipping it. I suppose we can ask a village elder, perhaps? Maybe we can get another job while we're at it, one that's slightly less, you know, lethal. Then again, he might just send me off to find some fucking cows, and nobody likes doing those jobs, so even if it is a bit more my speed, don't mind the random woman walking on the spot in the wheelbarrow. It's just how they do things here in Essos, apparently. Hello. Customary kick in the face. You look a lot like the other village elder, I've got to say. I have a delicate matter and I'm in need of help. There's a young maiden called Melora the Tall who has run off with a lad from a neighbouring village. Run off? Can you believe it? We're living in changing times. When I were a boy, something like this would be unthinkable. Anyway, her father is on my back night and day, saying that as elder, I should get her back. That puts me in an uncomfortable position, so I'm thinking you might head over to the Marbleray and convince the girl to come back, what do you say? I will go there and find the girl. I like this. This is a good quest. We go to a place and we talk to someone. That is why I like not. Oh, could you wander off into the wilderness and find this group of outlaws that may or may not fucking be here still? You decide to rest for a while in the shade of a great cactus. The cactus bears a strange fruit. You decide to eat the fruit? Delicious! Oh, good. We're still horribly, horribly wounded, but we do have 14 Volantine Lancers. We really need a rest and get back our strength. Let's go to Voluntheris, why not? Ooh, looks like all the dudes are gathering their armies there, and that's some crazy looking hair. Visit the tavern, I guess. Mostly we just need to rest and wait a while. Hey, Loras, the ransom broker. Unfortunately, I don't have any prisoners to sell you, but otherwise I'd be very happy to see you. Magon, the tavern keeper. Oh my god, I need to stop doing that. So far, I like Essos. Lots of fantastic mustaches everywhere, I approve. If anyone in the realm who might have a job for me... well, Triarch Malako of Magia is often looking for sellswords to fight in his wars. Let me think some more. I've heard that Votiro Milaine has been asking around for someone who might want work. You watch yourself with him, though. You may want to speak with him. Let me think some more. Maybe some other work. Of course, lords and guildmasters often have other tasks. Yeah, they have very irritating ones, apparently. Let's go to Waydale. I want to grab some more dudes and rest a little more before we tackle this particular quest. Turtle Hill. Cool name for a village. Unfortunately, you don't have any bloody peasants that want to fucking help me, so I don't like you that much. You come across some runaway serfs, you decide to help them on their way. Good old runaway serfs. We lost 5 renown, but fuck it. Caravan. Morale still average. Let's go rest in Valantis for a while. Marlborough's right there, so... A lot of quests in Mount and Blade seem to be very, very irritating and difficult to complete, like this one. Half of that is me... Half of that I kind of wonder, is it truly the case that it's outrageously difficult? Or am I doing something wrong? And one of the beauty... The beauty of doing videos like this sometimes is that... Okay, while it can get annoying from time to time... When you don't really know what you're doing and you kind of need some help, that's what the YouTube's comment section is often for. I mean, often, to be honest with you, streaming on Twitch is sometimes better for this kind of thing because I can get an immediate reaction from the audience and say, look, you're doing this wrong. But, yeah. Right, there are a lot of quests in this, in Mount and Blade that drive me absolutely fucking nuts, and this is one of them. But if I am doing it terribly wrong, now is the time to say so. Oh my god. Too many bards. Too many bards. And some mounted Volantine archers. A tiger guard. Stop! Please stop! No! I'm leaving. I could just go to the guildmaster and say, look mate, I can't do this. But I'd like to give it at least a decent try first. How's my health doing? 49%. Not good enough. I'm going to wait a bit longer. Pentos have taken Marshwood Keep from Cahor, apparently. Pentos seem to be doing alright. They're pretty powerful, I think. 11 days of food left, apparently. Near and Norvus have concluded a defensive pact with each other. Westerlands have taken Maidenpool from the Riverlands. Sir Ryman Frey of Borderlands have been taken prisoner by the Westerlands. Dun 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 dun. Riverlands are getting their asses kicked by the Lannisters, by the looks of things, basically. That's the general gist I'm getting from that log. Yeah, big time getting their asses kicked. The village of Red Hour has been looted by Triarch. What's space? Walder Frey of the Riverlands has something. Damn it. Wish I'd seen that. Are we good now? We are good. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the orange insurance if I can hire any more dudes. No, apparently not. Right, we're just going to Marble Ray and we're gonna hope for the best. I sense a fight coming, folks. I sense a fight. Ooh, recruit peasants. Well, let's see. The village of Marble Ray seems to be unremarkable. Men and women busy tending the palm groves. Blah, 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 blah. A wedding is taking place here. People are singing and laughing until they catch sight of you. The mood of the crowd quickly turns sour and the men charge at you, wielding clubs and daggers. Can we quickly recruit some peasants before the men with daggers hit us? Yeah, apparently we can. Attack the wedding guests. Well, it's a wedding in A Song of Ice and Fire. What did you expect? At least our lancers actually have horses, although that doesn't necessarily help us within the confines of a tiny village. It has to be said. You know what? We need some room here, and we're getting rocks chucked at us, which is never good. Sounds like the fighting might have already started. Volunteer Lancer was killed by a wedding guest. Oh dear. Yeah, everyone fucking chill out back here where we got some room to maneuver. Right. Now you can charge. When you're ready, frickin' meandering around, crazy people. Somebody kill this wedding guest, thank you. I say, somebody pop that chap. Oh! Why is it always me you target, you bastards? Yes, I killed someone. Fantastic. I'm awesome. I killed another one. Silly wedding guests. Oh, that's one of my guys, okay. I assumed because he was on foot he was one of them, but that was foolish. So many gingers as well, like, what is going on? Well, I mean, you know, I would have preferred not to massacre everybody at a wedding, but they didn't exactly give me a choice, did they? They saw a band of armed horsemen ride into the village, and their instinctive response was, charge! Apparently. So, what am I supposed to do? I came here to talk to him, not... You know, well, anyway. Right. You have defeated the enemy. I killed 6 people, apparently. I should feel proud of that, but I'm not sure I do. You trample the wedding guests underfoot and establish a semblance of order. As you pick through the corpses, you find the bridegroom has been slain, but there is no sign of the bride. You'll have to search the village. Well, you know, there's diplomacy, and then there's whatever the hell that was.